This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, the Aurora Australis is all we can talk about as you pointed thousands of cameras and phones to the sky for last night's display. Queenstown's Wakatipu Youth Trust needs men to step up and help with the growing need for its youth services. And woolen garments are the style for the season at the 13th annual Wool On Fashion Gala held in Alexandra. Kia ora, good evening with The South Today. I'm Craig Story. Well, last night the social media sphere was awash with images of the Aurora Australis as many of you pointed phones and cameras at the electromagnetically charged heavens. However, stargazing wasn't always as easy to do. In the 18th century, it was the domain of astronomers and nautical navigators.
Many southern eyes were skywards last night in Otago as the Southern Lights, or Aurora Australis, danced across the sky. By day, Ian Griffin is the director of the Otago Museum. However, his nighttime passion is looking up, literally.
Oh, last night there was an amazing display of the Aurora Australis. So when I got wind of it yesterday afternoon, I charged up all my batteries and charged straight out to Papanui Inlet and managed to get some fantastic pictures. It was a wonderful display, one of the best two that I've seen since living in Dunedin, and I moved here in 2013.
He's seen a few examples of Aurora during his time in the south and says last night's display was among the most spectacular. Griffin says the power of social media networking was evident last night, with many people taking part in the event.
The really amazing thing about social media is if there's something happening, very quickly people all over the place get wind of it. As I say, yesterday afternoon I knew from the numbers that we were seeing from the satellites that there was going to be a big aurora. A few people posted something on Facebook and on Twitter, and then all of a sudden it was all over the place. And in fact, last night I was up on top of Signal Hill taking some video, and the place was teeming with students, all of whom getting selfies and having a great time under the aurora.
However, astronomy hasn't always been so accessible, as a relic from the 18th century is proudly being displayed at the Otago Museum as the oldest telescope in New Zealand.
And when this telescope was used, astronomy was really the domain of the gentleman astronomer. While in New Zealand the Maori were experts in astronomy and could plant their crops according to the seasons, if you wanted to look through telescopes and things from the European society, you had to be relatively wealthy, because these things were amazingly expensive back in the day. They would cost 10 or 15 pounds, which was a huge amount of money back in the 1800s. So we've got this fabulous telescope. It's just been fully restored, and we're rather pleased that we've stolen a march on Te Papa, and what was the oldest telescope in New Zealand is now the second oldest, and because the oldest one on display is here in Dunedin.
Griffin says aurora are caused by material from the sun interacting with the Earth's magnetic field and making the Earth's atmosphere glow. Astronomers know when the material leaves the sun, people have a 2 to 3 day warning that the southern lights are once again likely to glow. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
We can expect slightly cloudy skies for the next couple of nights. Police are appealing for a possible witness to an aggravated robbery at a dairy in South Dunedin over the weekend. If you are that person, would you please come forward? On Saturday evening, 2 offenders robbed a store on Hillside Road in Caversham. 2 male youths were arrested a short time later. Police are looking for a man who bought a mixed bag of lollies from the shop just before the robbery. If you would please contact them, you may have information that can help the police in the investigation. He is described as Māori or Pacific Islander with medium build and black hair. Queenstown's Wakatipu Youth Trust is under pressure to keep up with an increasing demand for its services. But that is only part of the problem. The Trust is also facing funding issues, a shortage of full-time staff and a lack of volunteers, especially men. It's time for you to step up. Mina Amso reports.
Be careful, I know you like your jumping. Right.
Queenstown's Wakatipu Youth Trust workers Susan Kelly and Richie Hadlow connect with young people across the Wakatipu Basin, from Glenorchy to Arrowtown. That includes 7 schools. It's a full-on job and they admit to being stretched.
You know, whether we like it or not, there's going to be more kids.
Wakatipo Youth Trust manager Jackie Muir says there aren't enough hands on deck.
Definitely youth workers' time is getting a lot more stretched, so we're definitely more in demand than we've ever been, to particularly in mentoring, that one-to-one youth engagement.
Currently, the Trust has 4 full-time youth support workers, 1 part-time staff member and only 1 volunteer.
We are well and truly ready to employ another full-time person, because we are just really stretched because we're the only youth trust in this community.
Muir has been struggling to recruit more volunteers to help. She made a call for more volunteers 2 months ago, but says the follow-through wasn't great.
We've not had it this bad before.
And she says there's insufficient funding available for another full-time staff member.
What happens is a lot of the places we apply to for grants, they're getting a lot more applications, so the funds that they have to be able to share are being stretched further, which is great because everyone's got these great causes, but it means that our capacity to keep our funding at the same level is really challenging.
Kelly says a shortage of male youth workers is an added pressure.
Yes, at the moment we've got 3 female and 2 male, and it'd be nice to have another male.
I think there's a shortage in male influence across the whole social sector, and that comes down to the wage, basically.
The Wakatipo Youth Trust was established in 2011. That came following a merger between the Queenstown Life Trust and the Wakatipo District Youth Trust, both of which had been established in the community for about 10 years. And while youth workers are feeling stretched, they are hopeful the local community will back them up for the difficult days ahead. Mina Amso, The South Today.
South Roads will be in charge of road maintenance in the Clutha district for the first time in 6 years. 3 tenders were received by the Clutha District Council for the road maintenance contract, and South Roads winning with a price of $17.5 million to be invested over 3 years. South Roads Otago Regional Manager Dean Elder says South Roads is looking forward to working with the council and the community. Crowded they were into a fruit packing building in industrial Alexandra. Nearly 450 people watched a parade on Saturday of models wearing woolen garments for the 13th annual Wool On Fashion Gala. Goodness. Wool On chairwoman Claire Higginson says the quality of competition has greatly improved over the years.
A while ago we had a big variety in the standard of the garments, but with more and more competition and people knowing more and more what level they need to go to, they seem to have lifted their game, and lifted their game really awesomely here tonight.
On Friday, there was a first look night, which attracted about 200 people, and on Sunday, there was an up-close and personal showing at Central Stories Gallery. The weekend's principal sponsor is Rural Women New Zealand. Well done. Still to come on The South Today, the Cromwell Community Board has made some outdoor areas of the township smoke-free, against the recommendations of council staff and some business owners. And Harroways is bringing its porridge to a brand new audience with the help of University of Otago and blood-splattered crosses on the lawn of Otago Museum.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now. They will love you forever.
Sit back, relax and enjoy our warm hospitality with our famous Larnach Castle high tea served in the Ballroom Cafe. Bookings essential. Phone 476 1616 today.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
From rare to the recent, visit the legendary Hard to Find for your quality second-hand books, with the largest stock in New Zealand and a friendly book-loving atmosphere. For good prices, buying or selling, come visit 20 Dowling Street.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
We're a 25 Moreau Place at Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focusing on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
We need your help to secure the future of Dunedin Hospital. The Dunedin City Council is leading the community's call to redevelop Dunedin Hospital as a top-flight teaching hospital right in the city centre. Have you sent your SOS? Add your voice to the thousands demanding central government commit to the health and well-being of the whole southern region. Go to dunedinhospitalsos.nz and fill out your form, or head to a library near you to fill out a paper copy. dunedinhospitalsos.nz.
Kiwi Country, an hour of country music from today and yesterday. Sunday 4 p.m, repeating Friday 10 p.m. Thank you for staying with the South today. The Cromwell Community Board has made outdoor areas of the Cromwell Mall smoke-free, against the recommendation of council staff. The decision has come after the Central Otago District Council report was presented to the board at a meeting last week. The report recommended the mall not be made smoke-free, given the low level of business owners surveyed. It argues that support from business owners for the mall to be smoke-free has not yet been proven. However, in May of last year, Well South and the Cancer Society proposed the board make the mall smoke-free. More on that story to come. University of Otago Peace and Conflict Studies students are offering a stark visual perspective on the human cost on the War on Terror at the Otago Museum Reserve. Red painted splattered white crosses represent human lives lost in conflicts, including those who died in 9/11. 55 crosses represent the estimated 165,000 lives lost in Afghanistan since the advent of the War on Terror. Peace and Conflict Studies master's student Kyle Matthews says he hopes the crosses will encourage viewers to consider peaceful alternatives to war.
Responding to a terrible violence with more violence, it doesn't solve the problem, it just leads to more deaths and more suffering.
Each cross at the reserve represents 3,000 deaths across the world. Terrible thing. Work to catalogue the collection found in a 30-hectare swamp at the Waitaki River mouth more than 50 years ago began last year, and it's expected to take several years. There are nearly 10,000 stone tools, flakes and broken artefacts to sort through from what is now known to be one of the largest archaic Māori settlements in New Zealand. Staff at the North Otago Museum and Professor Richard Walter of the University of Otago's Anthropology Department say that the Willits collection is of scientific value as a representation of a very important part of New Zealand's history, the very first phase of settlement. Professor Walter says there were other collections from around the country with material about the same age, but the Willits collection stands head and shoulders above because of its vastness. The material stems from early Māori settlement and into colonial times. He describes the collection as ornate and exciting and says the mundane items also gave scientists a greater understanding of how people lived and adapted to their new home. The North Otago Museum says it's incredibly rare for any community to have such direct access to the very first people who settled in the area. A very well-known Dunedin brand has come up with an innovative way to encourage loyalty from a younger demographic. Harraways is engaging with University of Otago students to help bring its porridge to a new audience.
For University of Otago student Ollie Stewart, the proof of the porridge is in the eating.
Is there any particular way that you like your porridge, or you just
not really, just like cooked. I like it Harraways, that's how I like my oats.
Thanks to the University of Otago, Harraways oats have gone viral. Harraways enlisted the assistance of budding entrepreneurs from the University of Otago to mastermind a social media campaign for their brand. A group of postgraduate students from the marketing department at the School of Business have been working for 3 external Dunedin clients, analysing their social media, developing online campaigns and offering marketing solutions.
So the students have been working for various brands, and today we have Harraways marketing manager, and that's why the Harraways breakfast for all of us.
It was all about getting in with local minds in the space of social media and really tapping into their insight and their acumen.
It's just applying the stuff we've been learning in class to a real world client, I guess, and helping them achieve stuff through the social media aspects.
The students' campaign included a massive on-campus breakfast where they even ran out of supplies.
Those are the classic oats with goji berries and raisins.
It attracted some groupies along the way, with one Facebook poster pledging her allegiance to porridge by vowing to bathe in it. International students said it was an experience they couldn't find back home.
What have you found out about porridge during this time?
I don't know, just that I love it.
Figures showed the jump in Harraways' online presence during the campaign, with projections set to see the Facebook likes continue their ascent. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
After the break on The South Today, oh dear, Mondelez International. They're calling for a local company to produce Cadbury's products. And Southland students enter the Dragon's Den for over $1,000 in cash. Also tomorrow's ODT and the weather.
Loss of collagen is the reason for those fine lines and wrinkles. Silberhorn's Collagen Plus naturally supports your collagen levels, giving you younger, firmer looking skin, healthier, shinier hair and stronger nails. Joints, tendons, ligaments and cartilage all benefit from healthy collagen levels, the very foundation of structural health. Support collagen levels naturally with Collagen Plus by Silberhorn. Be quick, buy one now and get a second pack half price. Call now 0800 502 402.
Autumn is here. Too late to sow grass seed, but never fear. Ready Lawn is here. Ready Lawn, your perfect all year round solution. Call Ready Lawn today.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikorai Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
It's on again. The Star Regent 24-hour book sale starts noon, 9th of June. Don't miss out.
Emu oil has been used for centuries to support joint mobility and tired muscles. Also helpful for supporting healthy skin. Available as oil or in capsules. Go to www.silberhorn.co.nz to order Emu oil today.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
When it's time to say goodbye to your pet, Heaven Sent Pet Cremations are here to help you through this difficult experience. Call Heaven Sent Pet Cremations today for their care and guidance. Phone 489 2274.
EFTPOS, point of sale and cash registers. Rent, lease or buy. Mobile EFTPOS and fixed terminals. Short or long-term rentals. Contact Anything's POS today. 0274 361 474.
The University of Otago, New Zealand's only true collegiate university. For first-year students, the history, the expectations of excellence are
unfamiliar. G'day, I'm next door.
Hi, next door. I'm Samantha Pascoe.
No, you're not. I'm Josh, Clyde, Science. And you are?
Sam, Hastings, Laura and
Tane, Auckland, Commerce. Osaka, Greece, Classics. History.
You know, yes, I am really dying.
Channel 39 brings you a series of medical documentaries from local filmmaker and medical doctor Paul Trotman.
Obviously we're trying to reduce actual physical symptoms, but there's much more to it than that. There's also dealing with the consequences on the family, the consequences on social life.
This week, A Good Death, a look at dying in Dunedin Hospital and Hospice, this Monday, 8 p.m. Thank you for staying with the South today. Oh dear, Mondelez International has called for expressions of interest for a local confectionery company to produce the iconic Cadbury's products. Long-standing favourites including Pineapple Lumps, Jaffas, Buzz Bars and Pinky Bars could still be made in New Zealand. ETU National Director of Industries David Donaldson says this is a rare opportunity to keep those ACE jobs and the brands in New Zealand. However, he says Mondelez hasn't made a commitment beyond checking out the possibilities. We'll keep you informed. Southland students got the chance to be entrepreneurs last week, vying for a cash prize of over $1,000. The Southland round of the Young Federation, the Lion Foundation Young Enterprise Scheme was held at the SIT Invercargill campus. Over 100 students took part, including representatives from Southland Girls High School, James Hargis, Mount Aspiring and Apparima colleges, presenting their business cases to a panel of judges in the style of the British TV show Dragon's Den. The top prize, Best Business Pitch Presentation, was won by an Apparima College team for their recyclable dog toy range. Good idea. And they'll represent the Southland Lakes District at the National Awards in December. Round of applause, everybody please. And let's recap tonight's top stories on the South today. Social media was awash with images of the Aurora Australis last night as many people in the South pointed phones and cameras at the heavens. You might get some tonight, you might. Queenstown Wakatipu Youth Trust is under pressure to keep up with increasing demands for its services, especially a lack of male volunteers. Here's your chance, fellas. And crowded into a fruit packing building in industrial Alexandra on Saturday, nearly 450 people watched models in woolen garments for the 13th annual Wool On Fashion Gala. I believe there was a very good photo spread of that in today's ODT. Phil, welcome. Good to have you here. Welcome back.
Thank you.
What's in tomorrow's ODT?
Well, the City Council's, Dunedin City Council's announced some proposed new freedom camping sites, so it'll be interesting where they are and how they'll work. An anti-bullying campaigner, originally from Central, now living in Dunedin, young woman's been invited to meet the Queen as part of a international prestigious award that she has won.
Ooh.
So look for that. I thought I should mention the travel page tomorrow about Bolivia. After reading the story, it makes me want to go there, so
Sounds
we
exciting.
shall see. And the Under-19 World Cricket Cup, with matches going to Queenstown, that could help establish the ground there for a future. Who knows, even test matches in Queenstown.
Because it used to go to Alexandra.
Yeah, and then Queenstown, and now they're both sort of in the mix, along with the University Oval, but so that'll be something to look forward to.
Very interesting thing, always a good read. Excellent, Phil. Welcome back. Thank you, sir. Have a look now at tomorrow's weather, shall we? This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsville. In our southern view, taking away a shopping district in Queenstown, a heavy metal fence in Dunedin, rock on. And of course that's beautiful Queen's Park in Invercargill. There's the rotunda. I have a story about that. Looking at the situation, a changeable week full of many weather-related surprises. A trough of low pressure over the south later tomorrow, then cooler southwesterlies for the rest of the week. Cold fronts too, I'm afraid. Off to the southern outlook now, and all across the south it is late rain. We can expect that for tomorrow. Northerlies, temperatures 11 and 12. It's fairly gloomy, I'm afraid. To the central outlook now, heading towards Alexandra, you can expect late rain and moderate northerlies. Moderate northerlies and late rain, 10 degrees for Queenstown. Similar conditions for Taonau, and late rain, moderate northerlies, 10 for Wanaka as well. To the northern outlook, Waimaru, cloudy, moderate northerlies and 10 degrees for you. Marama, rain. Just rain for you, 10 degrees. Some cloud, 11 in Timaru, and moderate northerlies and late rain for you in Twizel. Yes, you'll need a raincoat. In Dunedin tonight, cloud and cool breezes tonight, 5 degrees overnight. If you've got any chance of seeing the Aurora Australis, wrap up warm. Tuesday sees high cloud increasing, thickening later in the day. Cool northeasterly winds, 7 and 10. Wednesday is cloudy and cool, again 7 and 10. Thursday looks to be showery and cold. And in Invercargill tonight, cloud increasing, 7 degrees. Tuesday is showery, cloudy by the afternoon, rain easing to showers by late evening, and moderate northerlies 7 and 10. Wednesday is changeable again, showery, sunny, dry, cold, fresh westerlies, hot, cold, spaghetti meatballs, 7 and 10. Thursday will be very similar, changeable conditions. 4 seasons in one day. So that is the South Today for a Monday. I'm Craig Story. It is a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you. Have a pleasant evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.